Okay, now we're going to move on to work health and safety and workers' compensation from a legal perspective. What are the obligations and what does an employer need to ensure occurs so that they are providing a safe workplace and they do not have to pay and provide workers' compensation? So the question being, who is responsible for work health and safety within the workplace? Is it the employer? Is it the manufacturer, the designer, the people in control, the people who erect and install plant equipment of the employee? Well, the answer is it is everyone within the workplace is responsible for ensuring that the workplace is safe and that there are no accidents, or at least minimising the chances that there are accidents in the workplace which could be detrimental. An important point also should be made, if I just move the screen here, is that occupational health and safety is what it used to be called, or WH&S. It's now called workplace health and safety when we're talking about safety within the workplace. So workers spend a large portion of their time at work, and it's imperative that workers that they are not undertaking, that they are not engaging in overly risky situations. They rely on their employer to provide a safe workplace, and a key influence on human resources is that framework around work health and safety. These laws put into effect minimum standards in workplace conditions for the protection of the physical and mental well-being of workers and others in the workplace. So there are laws in place set by government to ensure that workers are being looked after, that they're not being discriminated, and that they are engaging in a safe environment. Not like Homer over there, asleep, hardly wearing anything, eating inappropriate food and dozing in the workplace. Employees have an obligation to follow safe procedures and use equipment properly. Better employers take a proactive stance on workplace health and safety, and move to reduce or eliminate injuries that might occur. Employers who ignore these laws expose their workers to injury or death, and they could face punishment themselves in the court of law. The Work Health and Safety Act came about in 2011, which took over from the previous Occupational Health and Safety Act, introduced by the New South Wales Government in an effort to ensure that workplaces are as safe as possible and that people are held accountable should issues arise. These laws put the obligation on employers to provide a safe working environment and provide proper training and supervision. WorkCover, New South Wales WorkCover Authority, or WorkCover New South Wales, provides advice and publications which set out workplace health and safety regulations in detail. Some of those obligations include things such as work environment must be safe for workers. That means exits aren't blocked and there are adequate facilities available. Workers must be consulted on the safety in the workplace. If you are injured, posters must be displaced in each workplace. Safety systems of work must be put in place. Workers' health should be monitored, hearing tests in highly noisy environments, for example. Records relevant to their workers' health and safety must also be kept. For example, their first aid records. 6 steps to workplace health and safety is, firstly, there should be a workplace health and safety policy in each workplace. A committee must be established, and there is a committee here at Shaw, for example, that relates to workplace health and safety. There must be training around workers to ensure they are working in a safe environment. Establish hazard identification processes. Putting up a slippery when wet sign might be enough to avert a dangerous workplace. Risk control measures must be put in place, i.e. how do you minimise the risk of certain scenarios. It is inherent in some workplaces that there is risk. You work in a mine, a large mine for BHP, where there are trucks, the size of small buildings moving around. There is inherently risk. But it's the job of the employer to minimise those risks, control those risks by putting in place appropriate practices. Seek feedback and improve will also assist. In terms of workers' compensation, what's the definition of workers' compensation? It's to provide a range of benefits to an employee suffering from an injury or disease related to their work. It is also provided to families of injured employees when the injury or disease was caused by or related to their work. So laws require that all employers maintain a current workers' compensation insurance to insure themselves against compensation claims for workplace injuries. All workplaces must insure their workers for workers' compensation. It is law, and the premiums, so the amount paid for those workers' compensation, is set also by government, and they do not vary, so it doesn't matter who you get your insurance through, you will not get it at a different price. That's because it is enforceable by law that you must have that workers' compensation. WorkCover New South Wales plays a really important role, and they are the peak body for workers' compensation in New South Wales. They are responsible for achieving safe workplaces, effective return to work and security for injured workers. Since the 1st of September 2015, the functions of WorkCover have been assumed by 3 new organisations. They've been SafeWork New South Wales, the State Insurance Regulatory Authority, and iCare. Okay, the next video will focus on anti-discrimination and equal employment opportunity.